This is George Dionne of the Rock is George podcast, and this is a KNAC.com exclusive interview with guitarist Chris Poland of the hard rock all-star project, Nuclear Messiah. Today we're talking about the upcoming album by Nuclear Messiah. It's called Black Flame. It comes out April 24th. Through Cleopatra Records. It's been a while since we heard a hard rock record from Chris Poland. So how did the idea for Nuclear Messiah come about?
It was actually Brian Pereira's brainchild. And when he ran it by me, I thought that just sounds impossible to get that many people of that caliber together to make a record. But he did it. Him and John Lappin got all these people together somehow. And it came out great because everybody is, everyone was a seasoned pro, so everything they sent in was always amazing. It was a lot of fun.
So did this idea come about because you wanted to do something with Cleopatra, or was it Cleopatra wanted to do something with you?
I think Brian wanted to work with me on this record because he just thought it would be fun. And when he ran it by me, he goes, "Come on, do it." And I said, "Okay."
Well, he's had success with some other projects like that. He did something with Carmine, Appice, that was an all-star project. And he's got, he's kind of known for those all-star tribute albums as well in the 90s and 2000s.
Right.
So did you have a chance to work with any of these guys in person, or was it really just all the producers assembling it all together?
Yeah, the producers really did a great job, man. Jurgen and Derek, man, they really nailed it. But I mean, that's kind of how things are today, man. It's like everybody has a home studio. They have a mic preamp that's as good as any $100,000 a day studio, and they have Pro Tools, and it's like it's over, man.
Now, half of the album Black Flame is, some of the album is covers, the rest are originals. Who was responsible for writing the original material?
The producers and myself. And I just added my 2 cents. I whatever I thought was here or there that I needed to play is what I did. But it's the covers that really got me, because some of those songs I had never heard. Because I've heard of Lucifer's Friend. When I first moved to California, they were like pretty big in California, underground anyway. But all the songs they picked, man, Mad Men was a great song. I've never even heard that song. And the originals are awesome too. I mean, they're like almost, some of them are punk metal.
How long had you been working on this album?
God, I think quite a year, maybe 6-7 months. I'm not sure. I mean, I have so much going. I have 3 other records that are going to come out. I'm working on the latest OHM record, so my brain is full.
Well, obviously, you're a guitarist by trade. What guitars did you use on this album?
I used a Agile 3200 that was kind of made for me. It's a slim body with right now it's volume tone, which was an accident, but I really like it that way. So I have to tell Kurt over at Agile that's how he should be making them in the future. And a Schecter Poltergeist, my main one with the white pickups. Those are the 2 guitars I used.
Awesome. Now, the producers do have an eclectic mix of guest spots on this album. I noticed there was a lot of former Megadeth guys. Was this by design?
Yes, of course. Yeah, and I'm really glad that they agreed to do it, because they could have said, "Nah, I don't want to do that."
Well, I know you've worked with Ellefson before with Kings of Thrash, so I can't imagine you worked with Marty or Chris Alder or the Drover brothers before.
No. Me and Chris Adler did a couple Lamb of God records where they had me guest on it, and that's how we first met. And the guys from Megadeth, I knew Marty from doing a tour with him, and I'm really glad that he did it. And the brothers from Canada, man, it's pretty happening.
Now, I think with your name on something, people are going to automatically think this album is heavy metal, but I think it's more hard rock, more in the vein of the 70s. And you got some proggy keyboard players on here. You got Don Airey, you got Rick Wakeman. I'd even say Jonathan Cain was proggy. I mean,
yeah, man.
These got to be guys you looked up to when you were coming up.
Are you kidding, man? These are guys I've listened to all their records, man. When I started getting nervous once it dawned on me what was going on. I was like, oh my God, these are guys that I listened to when I was, when I wanted to be something, And yeah, man, I'm blessed, man. Really, truly.
I'd say Rick Wakeman is quite the catch on this one, because
I can't even tell you, man. It's like my daughter, she's 17. If I told her that Rick played on the record, she'd be like, who? But they don't know, Maybe they'll know now, though.
True.
Yeah.
Now, one of the great things I like about this album personally is it's quick. It's short, like one of those classic 70s and early 80s albums. The listener doesn't get bored as you're reaching 90 minutes and there's still music to be had. Do you think that more can be said with less?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think everybody's attention span, because of the internet, is very short. And every song, you never lose the attention of the listener, because I listen to the whole record and I listen to every song. And I mean, some of those songs are just amazing. The Sebastian Bach song is just, bam, man, that thing's solid. There's so many great songs, especially the Thor song really gets me, because the way he sings it, you'd think he was a serial killer, man. Yeah, I mean, you can tell he means what he's saying, and then you're kind of like, does he really mean it? I love that song, though.
Let's go back.
I like them all. I really like the Shatner track, too. He did that in one take. Not only that, but when he did the spoken word, he did it in perfect 6/8 time. And there was no, click track. He just naturally did it that way. That's how I wrote the music around it.
So you had his vocal and then you did the music.
Yeah. And it was perfect 6/8 time, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I was working with Luis Torres at Oogie Boogie Studios here, and I looked at him and I said, "Dude, this is in perfect time." He goes, "I know."
So Shatner, I read, said he was inspired to do his upcoming heavy metal album based on his work with you here in Nuclear Messiah.
Yeah, I'm gonna play on that record.
I was just about to ask that. I'm like, I
yeah,
return the favor.
Yeah, all I needed was the invitation.
Have you had the chance to meet Bill Shatner at all?
Oh God, we went to his house, which is a beautiful home, and we were out on his patio, and there's planes going over and lawnmowers next door, and he's got his mic on, and he did it outside, and like I said, he did 2 takes, but we used the first take. Awesome. But he's an awesome guy, man. He is just like, God, if my brain is that together when I'm that age, man, I'll be lucky. I know he's like sharp as a tack, man. Not only that, we went to sit down on the patio chairs, and there's like a 4-inch little cliff where the concrete goes into the flower bed. His chair went off. He grabbed the chair and caught himself. I would have fell on my ass. So yeah, man, he acts like he's 40.
Does he keep any Star Trek artifacts at his house at all?
Oh, we never got inside the house.
You can't go in there.
No. That's I'm sure Brian's been in the house, but there was too many of us. And then finally, after an hour, he's like, "All right, you guys, come on. Get out of here."
Let's go back to that Sebastian Bach fronted song. Derek Sherinian's also on that. Bob Daisley, Mick Box, and Carmine Appice. Mick Box, of course, it's his song. It's a Uriah Heep cover of "Look at Yourself." Tell me about this song coming together.
Man, learning that song was not easy. It's kind of tricky. But once I figured out what I was going to play, and then when I heard everybody else's parts, I hadn't heard the final vocal yet. And Sebastian did it in Las Vegas, and Brian flew down to hear it. And then Brian, I can't remember if he texted or called me, but he said, "Oh my God, you're not going to believe this." And when I heard it, I was pretty blown away, man. I mean, his vocal is spot on. He did his harmonies too.
He was recently announced to be the vocalist for Twisted Sister this fall. What do you think about that?
Oh, he can do that in his sleep, man.
Another song that you have out is the album's title track. It's Black Flame. It features Ronnie Romero, who's becoming quite the vocal star himself.
Yes.
Jonathan Cain, Phil Soussan, Glen Drover, and Chris Adler. Tell me a little bit about this song.
I really like Chris's drumming on that. I told him, I said, that the way you're drumming during my solo, that's my sweet spot, man. I really loved the way it felt. And Glen's tone, I love Glen. His tone, it was perfect. I wish he did longer solos. I should have said something.
Electric Burn is another song that you have out from the album. This is another great one featuring Marty Friedman, Joe Bouchard, who was kind of a surprise to me.
And that's Chris Adler on drums, right?
Chris Adler as well. He comes back for that one.
That's the one. That's the one where I told him, I said, yeah, man, that's my sweet spot. I forgot. There's so many songs and so many people, it's like, it's hard to remember. But yeah, that's the one, man. They're all great songs.
Both his drum tracks on both those songs are great.
Yeah, he's like a machine, man. He's just like so on it.
That you know of, were there any musicians that turned you down?
Nope. Not that I know of.
Was there anybody that you wanted that just wasn't available?
I couldn't even think of anybody. I mean, it was like once I heard everybody that was on it, I was like, holy Christ, man. It's like, I was just blown away, man. It made me nervous, to tell you the truth. I was like, I was like put in this position where, I had to bring it. And luckily I worked with guys here at my studios, because Carlos Cruz is normally my guy, my engineer and producer. And he's the drummer for Ohm. And he's also the drummer and writer for Warbringer. And when he's out of town, I use Luis Torres, or I use Mario Becerra. And I forgot my point. Well, anyway.
Great musicians and how great they are.
Yeah, and those guys helped me through the tracks I did with them. They were like, I like to hear someone's opinion besides my own when I'm tracking. And those guys they're not going to be, oh yeah, that's great. A couple of times they're like, no, you need to do that again. So, it's like, I need that when I'm in the studio. So, but, yeah, man, I can't wait for it to come out. I want to hold that thing in my hand. I want the LP.
Vinyl making a resurgence in recent times. Are you a collector yourself?
I'm not, but I'm buying a turntable, because I haven't had a turntable since I was a kid. And I'm going to put it in my control room and listen to it like I'm listening to other, music through Pro Tools. I want to hear it through these monitors. I'm not going to get like $1,000 turntable, though. I'm just, I'm going to get like a Technics or something like that. What do you have?
I have a Fluence. It is fantastic. I paid about $300 for it.
Oh, okay.
Great product. And I've replaced the needle, and that's about it.
I was going to say, when you said Fluence, it sounded to me like, yeah, I paid $3,000 for it. It has that kind of name.
And I got the matching speakers and the matching sub, and I guess altogether it's probably $1,000.
Ah, okay.
Sounds great, though.
Awesome.
Are you going to try to set up some performances to perform any of this material live? I know it's like all-star guys, but you could probably get a guy in each position to pull off this music.
I was thinking, and I've said this in other interviews, wouldn't it be great if we could get everybody together for a weekend at the House of Blues in Anaheim, record it and film it and have everybody there and run through it twice, both nights. Maybe do 2 sets a night and record it and make a live record out of it. I mean, logistically, everybody would have to put it on their calendar, but that would be a blast. That would be a really big deal, I think.
You got to build it around NAMM because everybody will be in town.
You're right. Great idea.
Somebody beat you to that idea, but that's where I got it.
I love that venue, man. That House of Blues in Anaheim is just a perfect size and the perfect sound. It's a great sounding room. A lot of room for fans. It'd be awesome. I'll have to run it by Brian.
He'll get it together.
If anybody will, he will.
Have you been playing live yourself as a solo act or with other bands?
You know, I've been doing stuff with the Kings of Thrash, but that's kind of winding down. We canceled our South American tour because the travel advisory is really high right now. So, but I play with Ohm, you know, in town a lot at the Baked Potato and some other places. But Carlos is about to go out on the road with Nails, so I'm gonna have some free time, and so I guess I can work on. I'm writing a book with Matt Herring, and I'll probably work on that and just write stuff like that.
Is your book going to cover your entire career in music?
Oh yeah, no, it starts from, you know, day one. Yeah.
You mentioned you're working on a new Ohm record. How far into it are you?
Oh my God, we rented Steve Lukather's. Well, it's not his anymore, but it was. It's called the Steakhouse in North Hollywood. It has the board that was made for EMI London in 1970 by Rupert Neve. And it's pre-1073 and pre-1272 preamps. And Carlos, you know, said we need to do this at that studio. And he was right, because we were there for 4 days and we got 11 songs. And any things that we fix in my studio, because I have, you know, basically relatively the same Neve style preamp, and we have a little SSL board, and we can do it here, and we're almost done. All we have to do, Randy Burns produced it from Peace Cells, and he's mixing right now. We're listening to tracks. He sends them to us every day. But that's a great record. I mean, we're really, from what I'm hearing right now, I just don't even know how to describe it. It's like the best Ohm record we've ever made. And Carlos really, oh my God, his drumming, you're going to be blown away, man. It is like from beyond. But there's other things too. We found our original drummer for Ohm, David Eagle. Sadly, he passed away. And Robbie Pagliari, our bass player, found all these CDs that were in a drawer at his house, because I used to record rehearsals all the time. And back then, before my daughter was born, I had, you know, racks and racks of serious equipment. And I would make those guys, you know, for a half hour, let me get a stereo mix of the three of us, get it all, you know, pan the drums, do the whole 9 yards. And then we would work on songs. And we recorded 10 songs that after he passed, we never even looked back except for one song. And when we found these songs, we had Randy Burns look at them, and another mastering engineer named Rob Sizwe. And it sounds incredible for stereo 2-track live. And I'm hoping that Brian will, I sent him the masters. I want him to release it on Cleopatra. So, and then a bunch of guys found a bunch of New Yorkers music, because when Gar and me from Megadeth, when Gar and me moved to California, we had a fusion band with a horn section, and we wanted to be the Mahavishnu Orchestra, and people recorded us live, and we did some studio work, and now it's going to be released on vinyl. Yeah, so there's a lot gonna on the horizon right now.
I know you did some guest spots with Nick Van Dyke's Redemption Project. Are you working on anything for an upcoming album from them?
No, I haven't. Nick hasn't reached out, but I love working with those guys because their music's always really just amazing. But there's another project that John Goodman's a guitarist, songwriter that used to play with Nick Menza. And he found all these tracks of Nick, actually tracks that they recorded at Sound City before Nick was even in Megadeth. And he wrote all these songs around Nick's drum parts that were recorded really well by the guys over at Soul Tone Cymbals. And that record is amazing. There's a song, the single's called Promises. And I wish I knew the name of the project. I just know it's Nick Menza and John Gumby Goodman. And the kicker is that Max Norman mixed the record. Because Max and Nick were really close. And John is pretty close with Max. So that's another record that's on the horizon that I got to guest on, that I'm really excited about that record too.
It's a lot easier these days to get music out in these various different projects because the industry, you have a little more say in getting the music out rather than the industry telling you, we'll put the music out when we want to put it out.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Brian Pereira released that record for John.
Yep.
So, and when we get off, you should check out the single Promises. I think it's a hit song.
I will look that one up for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the band you're most associated with is Megadeth. They're on their final tour. Are you gonna go see a show before it's over?
I'm sure I will. If it's the final one, I should go see one. I'll have to make the time. I run a couple hundred studios during the day, and it's a lot of work, and it's hard to to get out. But I'll make time for Dave.
I'm sure it's going to be the world's longest final tour. I'm sure it's going to go on for years, like most of them.
Yeah. I don't know though. I think Dave is ready. I think Dave's ready to go fishing.
Well, you were on the first Megadeth tour, the first official Megadeth tour. What do you remember about that?
Oh my God. I remember my first time on stage where I freaked out was at L'Amour's in New York. And luckily, I pulled it off, but I was freaking out because they were playing the song, Am I Evil? And the whole room was singing it, and it was packed to the gills, and the ceiling was sweating. And that's my first experience with a thrash metal crowd. And I'll tell you, man, I was just like blown away. But I got over it after a while. And I mean, we had good times. We had our moments and we had our problems, but somehow we pulled it off. I think we all had like guardian angels or something.
Yeah, here you are 40 plus years later and going strong. And congratulations on that and staying in the business and keeping making music.
Oh, thank you.
Those are all the questions I have for you today, Chris. The new Nuclear Messiah album is Black Flame. It comes out April 24th through Cleopatra Records. It's a fantastic album. I'm not just kissing your butt here. It's good. And I want to thank you for taking the time to tell me more about it today.
Thank you so much, man. I'm glad you like it.